Computer power supply? What can we use this for? You guys want to find out? Watch this video coming right up. Hello and welcome to BNSS 6951, a ViniVid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. The content you'll find on this channel would be layout run obsessions, layout updates, tips, tricks, and techniques on scratch builds, kit builds, and kit bashing, how-tos, live streams, and some rail fanning. Then please consider to hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, please hit that bell. This way you'll get notified every time I do an upload video or a scratch build or a live stream. Finally, if you can give me one of those, I would really appreciate it because that would help my analytics with YouTube. If you enjoy all of this stuff, then let's get on with this video. We'll be right back. Alright guys, before we get started on this video, I need to explain what's going on. The first part of this video is going to be a clip from my July 29th live stream and how I hook up the power supply. Then I will show you how everything is working as far as what LEDs I'm going to be using and how they all work and resistors and so on and so forth. So with all that being said, now let's get on with this movie. Or should I say video? Should I say a how-to? I don't know. Let's get going. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get down to here. And I had this little board set up for our demonstration tonight. And as you can see, let's see, oops, all your terminal joiners come with these guys, one red and one black, so it saves a lot of time from doing the loop-de-loop with wires and so on and so forth. This is going to be our ground connection because everything we're going to use tonight is going to be on the ground, and so we have the 4-piece ground and we're just going to put him in there like that, and now we're going to get that going. So let's go ahead and do that right now, and I hope this screwdriver is going to work. Yeah. I'm just going to get this ready for what we need to do. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Problems already. All right. So we'll have to go the opposite way. Everything we're going to do tonight is going to require a ground, so that's why I'm putting a separate ground terminal block here. But there is one place on this one that's going to need a ground, so we're going to run one from here to here. All right, so we are going to be using, see if I can get this over here. This connector right here has got all the wires you're going to need to use for this project. You'll see all these other connectors have the same colors, but not all of them have all the colors in here. If you guys can get the male part of this connector, that would be the way to go. But what we're going to do tonight, and I think you can see that, is we're going to cut all those wires because I already tested them and I know they're all good. Get the stuff out of the way. So now, as you can see, there's lots of black wires. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black wires in this one connector here, and they all go to different places. As you can see on these other connectors here, they also have black wires in them, so on and so forth. But since this one has all the wires that we need, we're just going to go ahead and use this one. So first thing we'll do is we'll take this guy and we'll stick him in here. Sorry about the noise. There you go. And we'll go ahead and tighten these down. Use this screwdriver. And we're going to leave one loose. All right. So the colors we're going to be using, again, I mentioned earlier, are the orange, the yellow, the black, the red, the green, and the gray. Now, a lot of you guys may have had one of these and say, well, I can't get the stupid thing working. Well, I had that same problem on the very first one I did. I had this, this is going to be my third one. Two of them are in room number one, and this one's going to be in room number two. That's the one I want. Yeah. Keep an eye on the chat for any questions, John.
Okay, I think what James Young was talking about was being able to slip the wires out of that connector.
To flip the wires?
To slip to release the pin that's holding the wire in there, so you can slide it out.
You can if you have the tool. You can. I don't have the tool, so yeah, you can do that if you want to. I mean, that would be easier. But right now,
that's what he was talking about.
Okay. Well, just keep an eye on that. See if he responds to that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and start cutting these wires, all right? And like I start to say, a lot of people are wondering why when they hook everything up, nothing works. And I'll show you why here in a minute. Okay. And we're going to do temporary wiring on this side right here because this is all going to come apart when I put it on the layout.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. So you got to have the tool.
Yeah, you got to have the tool. I mean, even when I was working on the beamers, it was like that.
Yeah, we got, geez, I don't know how many drawers of connectors the GM put out years ago.
Because they got all special connectors, just like on BMWs. They all had special connectors. Right?
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got 6 wires.
Hello to everyone in chat.
So the reason why, if you guys ever tried this to get it to work and it didn't work, is because you have to have power going to. You have to be able to turn the power on somehow. Right. And I'm going to show you that. This is going to be the first thing we're going to do here. Now the green wire. I don't know if you guys can actually see what I have written down here. All your different dealies. The green wire is what they call the stimulating wire, I believe is what they call it. And so what we need to do with that is we'll strip down both sides, and we're going to put one of these horseshoe connector. I'm going to call them a horseshoe connector.
Oh, yeah. James said, I thought an old mechanic would have those tools, haha.
No, I didn't have to because BMW supplied all the special tools.
Right.
So I didn't have to buy any of the special tools. So anyhow, we're going to put one side here with this horseshoe connector, and we're going to use these guys to crimp it down. And it's also marked on here, if you guys can see that. It's red, blue, and yellow for different gauge wires and for different gauge connectors. And we'll just do that. Now, get that done. So now we need to put it to the corresponding green wire here.
John Tanzilla wants to know what color wires do you need for 12 volt?
Well, I'll show you everything as soon as we get going here.
Okay.
I'll show you all the different voltages. All right, so we're getting the green wire, and now we have the green wire hooked up here. And this is one of the strongest types of connections that you can do. It's just twist it like that. All right, and now what we're going to do is take him and put him here, and put him in here. Come on. No, we want to put him on the top. Sorry, guys. All my inputs will be on the top of these. Okay. And now remember what I said about the ground wire. There's going to be one ground wire that's going to be on here. I could put it on the other one, but I'd rather just keep it close by to this guy. And so what we're going to do now is we'll take a piece of the black wire and we'll do him.
James said, like most old men, we lose our tools the older we get.
That's true. All right, for now, I guess I'll just go ahead and do it. We'll just go ahead and put one of these on each side. Now, I bent it over like that because I believe that these guys, even though they say they're good for this gauge wire, which is 24 gauge, I still feel that if I bend it over, I can get a tighter fit. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, this is going to be my jumper wire from the ground to this one ground that I need on this particular deal right here. All right, so we're going to take this guy and we're going to jump him from here. We're going to take him and put him over to here. Now, I'm going to show you the 6 basic wires, but there's ways if you go on YouTube and talk and inquire about this. There's lots of ways you can put a couple of these wires up together and get more voltage out of it. I don't know what that is or anything like that, so I'm not going to do it for fear that I might blow myself up.
Okay, John Tanzilla wants to know, are you using the same gauge wire for your hookup as what is coming from the power supply?
Pretty close. I think the ones coming out of the power supply are just a little bit bigger than 24 gauge. So whatever that, I get confused with the numbers on these. So let's see, 24, the bigger the number, the smaller the wire.
Yeah.
So the smaller the number, the bigger wire. So that's probably like 18 gauge. I'm not worried about any voltage drop, John, if that's what you're concerned about. Now this one here, we're going to hook up directly to the black wire off of the computer power supply. And this is going to feed. Hey, can I know you? There you go. All right, and then we'll take our black wire that we cut previously, and we will do that. And then we will take this guy. Now, when I said that this is one of the strongest ways to do it, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but you just take it and you're doing X, and then you just twist. They promised this at BMW school. Woo! So yeah, I'm just going to leave it kind of like that for now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put him in to this junction right here, and that'll feed all the top and all the bottom on. So I will have 8 connections on here for ground. All right, so now we have the brown, the black, and guess what? You guys are going to be able to see this. So hopefully it'll work. Uh-oh. Why is it not working? There we go. It is going. Come on. Oh, I see what's happening. It was shorting out.
Oh, I was did you not put enough quarters in?
You know, this is funny because all day long I've been messing with this thing and it's been working fine. And now that I go to try and get it to work, it's not working. Wonderful.
Now, Ken N asks the question. He says, if too small wires, can they overheat? So if you use too small of a wire, will it overheat?
No, because I have mine going in my other room consistently. I just figured out why it's not running. A stupid mistake. I didn't hook up my toggle switch.
What?
And that would make a big difference on how this works.
Yeah.
You know?
Just a little bit.
Gotta have something to turn the power on.
Now,
it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference which way these wires go because it's just an on and off switch.
Yeah.
So we'll put him in there. And we take him, put him in there. Now, this green and the black are the most important. Okay, now. There you go. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah, I see the fan.
This is a follow-up right now. It's going to be on how I got everything working and show you the final results of how all of this is going to be looking once it's installed on my layout. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get on with this video. This Vinny production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. Alright guys, what you're looking in front of you right now is the setup I'm going to be using for when I put the lighting on my layout. Now, some of these are going to require a resistor, and that's what I'm about to do right now. As you can see, this resistor came with the kit. Now, these lights here, if I stay under 5 volts, I don't need a resistor, and the same thing for these guys down here. So with these guys, the street lamps and the building lights are going to be run off the 3.3 volts. These guys, however, up here on the top, they didn't work very well on the 3 volts. So I'm using the 5 volts, and I'm going to be installing a 1000 ohm resistor. So with that being said, that's what we're going to do right now, is I'm going to solder this guy in here. I'm soldering it in because I'm trying to get rid of some of these jumper cables that I have all over the place. So this is going to be my 5 volt right here, and I am just going to take the wire, and I'm going to go ahead and solder it to one side of the resistor. Now, I may not keep this resistor here for now, but for now, it's going to work. So, let me twist this up a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to do this way. Will this still reach? I can bend this. Alright. Just trying to figure out what's the best way. This is all temporary, by the way. I'm just doing this so I can get a feel for how everything is going to work and how everything's got to be set up once I put it on the layout. So, I got my little flux right here. And we'll put a little bit of flux on the resistor. And a little bit of flux on the wire. This is actually pretty fun for me. I like messing around with electrical stuff. Alright, let's see how we're going to do this. Alright, let's use down. Well, I don't know which way to do this. Alright, let's do it that way for now. We can always switch it around, I guess. Alright, so now I'm going to tin my soldering iron. And hopefully, all I gotta do is hold this down. There you go, there's one side. And now, I am interrupting with my toggle switches. I am interrupting the power side of these LEDs. Alright, so now we got this guy here. Let's just put him. I think I need a better solder. Yeah, I do need a better solder joint. That solder joint didn't work very well. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put this resistor in this spot right here with a piece of two-sided tape, and I'll solder it. And when after I solder it, I'll bring you guys back. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, as you can see, I have the resistor soldered in. And this resistor will take care of all of these lights that are up on this little platform that I built. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate all this stuff and see how it works. And I got these all named. These will be building lights. These will be called street lights, and these will be called yard lights. So I will turn each one on individually. As you can see, I have 4 different toggle switches right here. This one here is the main power that will turn the unit on. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I don't know if you guys will be able to hear the fan. It's pretty quiet actually. And just a reminder, everything I'm using here you can find on my Amazon page. Now, I mentioned in my video, my previous video, that the gray wire was for status. And what it means for status is, you can see this LED right here. This is just to let you know that the system is on or is off. So if I do that, the LED goes out. Do that, LED comes on. So that would be on my fascia telling me that the system is active. So first one is going to be this switch right here, and I'm calling that building lights. So we'll go ahead and turn those on. And as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but what we're going to do is I'm going to turn out the house lights so you can see all of this. The second one I'm calling street lights, which are these guys, and put those on. And finally, I'm calling these guys the yard lights. And there you go with that. Now this one here has 2 LEDs that are actually facing downward. These will be going, all of these that you see right here, and this, and these LEDs will all be going in the El Mirage area of my layout. These will be at the unloading platform, and then a couple of these throughout the layout, but these right here will be going down the center of the track. I have 3 of these that will be going down the center of the track. Right now, this power supply is powering, let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 20, 23 LEDs. Well, if you count this one, 24 LEDs, and I didn't hear any change in the fan or anything like that. Anyhow, I hope you guys... Alright guys, I almost forgot. I'm going to turn out the lights and show you what this all looks like with no house lights on. So here we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I like these guys up here. They look really good. Alright, anyhow, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Talk to you guys later. Bye for now.